The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
We're going to sign. 50. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Take four. Take four.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, it's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's good, buddy. We got one.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Squeeze.
Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of it. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Alpha. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Shoot.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 53 is mine. You can't block me. You can't block me. Out, 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 out. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Cracks, cracks.
Ito Smith, his first carry. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Now. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Joker. Out. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. There go.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Off of play action, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 50.
Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. A first update now from Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Kill. Check. Rush in. Hey, smooth.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
I'm On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw it is Locke. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Block now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Bravo! Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. 80. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
We got this.
Teams take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's going to look deep for more. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Darnold. It's caught by Mike Evans. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Mike, hey, dude. Mike 54. fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
Young lady. I'm coming.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's just me and you.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Mike, number 53, Mike 53.
Leo. Undertake. Exit. Undertake.
On first down, here's Love. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, let's get that home. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Slam. Greystone travel.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Set. 18 Gators. 61. Matchbox light. Look at me. Zipper.
36. Check nickel.
Shoot.
On second down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Vikings on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
53's the Mike.
Throwing his lock on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you across state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, lock it. He's coming. Go. Get it.
On first down, Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Shrink that ball. Hey, Haywood. 53 is the mic. Go.
Throwing now is Locke. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught at the 30. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go, G. Here I come.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Rock now on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm going to run you over. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Back, back, back.
Now to the air, Lock. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on,
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I got you. I got
shoot.
Lock trying again after the pick 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Hey, we got to get to the ball. Hey, echo.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it.
Lock now on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Man, Eddie. Tight end's right. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Hey, high 7.
Darnold on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. Here's Darnold. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey, Delta.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Darnold for the red zone now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 99. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
2nd down and 10. Darnold. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Darnold to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Danielle Hunter. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, box truck.
And the blitz does come. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Flushed out right. That is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. Switch. Switch. Hey, Sam off.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Jim.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. This is Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Darnold from the gun. And unable to to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First down, Vikings.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Love. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
19 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Check. 53's mine.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Ito Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 15 of the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Back to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
Buccaneers 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Anthony Barr in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, dude. Mark 54. I'm coming for it.
Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check. Check hot, bro. Hot. Check 24. Check. Ready?
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Exit. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. It's our time.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready? 8, read. Check 53 is mine. Rip right. SOS. Greystone, travel. 53 is the mic. Hey, they scared. Shoot.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is,
feel like play with us. See where this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad. All night like